The shut-eye sentry Rudyard Kipling say the junior orderly sergeant to the senior orderly man, ampersand quo. Our orderly officers tilde hokey Matilda, you help 'em all you can. For the wine was old and the night is cold, and the best we may go wrong, so, for single quote he gets to the sentry box, you pass the word along. Ampersand quo. So it wasn't quo. Rounds. What rounds? Ampersand quo. At 2 of a frosty night, East Oldian on by the sergeant's sash, but, sentry, shut your eye. And it wasn't quo. Pass. All's well. Ampersand quo. Oh, ain't single quotey drippin' tight. You'll need an affidavit pretty badly by and by. The moon was white on the barracks, the road was white and wide, and the orderly officer took it all, and the 10-foot ditch beside. And the corporal pulled on the sergeant pushed, and the 3 they danced along, but I'd shut my eyes in the sentry box, so I didn't see nothing wrong. Though it wasn't quo. Rounds. What rounds? Ampersand quo. Oh corporal, hold him up. He's using his cap as it shouldn't be used, but, sentry, shut your eye. And it wasn't quo. Pass. All's well. Ampersand quo. Ho. Shun the foaming cup. You'll need, etc. 'Twas after 4 in the morning. We had to stop the fun, and we sent him on a bullock cart, with his belt and stocking down. But we sluiced him down and we washed him out, and a first-class job we made, when we saved him, smart as a bombardier, for 6 o'clock parade. It had been in quo. Rounds. What rounds? Ampersand quo. Oh, shove him straight again. He's using his sword for a bicycle, but, sentry, shut your eye. And it wasn't quo. Pass. All's well. Ampersand quo. He's called me and quo. Darling Jane and quo. You'll need, etc. The drill was long and easy, the sky was out and blue, and his eye was wild and his air was wet, but his sergeant pulled him through. Our men was good old trustees, they'd done it on their head. But you ought to wave ear to mark in time to eye the things single quote he said. For it wasn't quo. Right flank, wheel. Ampersand quo. Front quo. Out, and stand at ease. Ampersand quo. And ampersand quo. Left extend. Ampersand quo. Front quo. Center close. Ampersand quo. A marker, shut your eye. And it was, ampersand quo. Ear, sir, ear. Before the colonel sees. Ampersand quo. So he needed affidavits pretty badly by and by. There was 32 sergeants, there was corporation rules 41, there was just 900 rank and file to swear to a touch o' sun. There was me, eat kissed in the sentry box, as I have not told in my song, but I took my oath, which were Bible truth, I hadn't single quote see nothing wrong. There's them that's out and naughty, there's them that's cold on ard, but there comes a night when the best gets tight, and then turns up a guard. I've seen them eat their liquor in every kind o' way, but most depends on making friends with Private Thomas A. When it isn't quo. Rounds. What rounds? Ampersand quo. He's breathing through his nose. He's reelin', rollin', roaring tight, but, sentry, shut your eye. And it isn't quo. Pass. All's well. Ampersand quo. And that's the way it goes, we'll help him for his mother, and he'll help us by and by.